Yeah, it's Cash. Get him. DJ Deuce McGuire, this hot as a log fire. Spark the lighter in the 303. We wrestle at the quarry. Golden, Colorado. Mercury Pro Wrestling Academy. Elevated wrestling. Yeah. Hashtag follow if you know the motto. Can't stop now. Got the need for speed. Combustion and concussion. Championships in my vision. I put the key in the ignition. Such an easy decision. I got a hustler's ambition. Wrestling at its best. Welcome to the show I put on for Rocky Mountain Pro. Let's go. Yeah, it's Cash.
All right, welcome back to RMP Radio. I am your host, Mr. Fourth Row, and on this episode with me, I have Joel Gestner. He is with Rocky Mountain Pro, referee, one of the nerdificators, as Chongo would say. Joel, how are you doing?
Oh, not bad. Tired as always.
Tired as always. Yeah, you are kind of a jack of all trades here at RMP, doing a little bit of refereeing, technology, and a lot of other stuff, right?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. I'm kind of the whole deck.
Yeah. So we, to break fourth wall a little bit, we had talked a long time ago on one of my other podcasts, What's on Fight, and talked about the refereeing thing. But since then, there's a lot to catch up on. And one of the big things is that Rocky Mountain Pro now is on Twitch, Right Now TV, Fight TV, and the most crucial thing is live video production. With adding commercials and making sure you cut the commercials on time and all that good stuff like that. So, how's that going? What was it like getting that all started, and the trials and tribulations, and where we are now with Rocky Mountain Pro?
Oh, that was some fun dark times from where we started. Was originally on my way to training, and I was late. And of course, because I was running late, I forgot my bag. Well, anyways, Matt just got there, and I was running like a half hour late. So I was like, okay, cool. Well, maybe I'm not going to get yelled at because he's also late. And he pulls me aside, and he's like, hey, do you know anything about Twitch? I'm like, yeah, I used to stream on there. He's like, perfect. You're gonna be perfect to help out. And I was like, what did I get myself into? Uh-oh. So we started out with just like a generic laptop that we had lying around, and a webcam, and a little microphone that we had for external noise. And then we got a couple more webcams, a little bit nicer Logitech webcams, and then we needed to get a computer for it. So buckled down and got a nice laptop for it, designed for it, still running on webcams for the longest time. We're like, hey, we could do this with a couple capture cards. Got a capture card to proof of concept it, threw on a couple of those. It was running good, bought a nice switcher for it, so now we can switch between a bunch of different inputs, and we hooked up all of our rovers and hard cams to it. And now we're expanding upon that, and I helped get the ball rolling for it, but a lot of other people, over Easy Stevie, JT, there's a lot of people now that are spearheading where we're taking it from now, and I'm proud that I was able to get it up and going, but they're really taking the ball rolling from where I was able to plateau with it. But all that technology growth was all experimental. None of us knew what we were doing or really how to take a show live like that. And then because we were able to do such good work on the live aspect, we were able to then take it to live TV, which was also scary.
Yeah, okay, so for the listeners, step by step, Rocky Mountain Pro got, with the live stuff, went from Twitch, Right Now TV, and then, of course, now most recently returning to Fight TV. But I want to kind of go step back just a little bit. I mean, I remember seeing the slow, the beginning steps, Rocky Mountain Pro with Twitch, just doing the webcams, and I mean, what what did you guys learn about doing the Twitch stuff, and how was it what kind of support did you get with from Twitch itself? I guess it's an entity, you would call it, to get this going, and then we can talk about a little bit more farther about Twitch. I have some questions. So
Gotcha. So yeah, so we learned very quickly that technology in certain aspects, especially for the residential home use, that some of that stuff isn't really built to scale. A couple cameras may work well for I don't know, maybe a regular streamer just doing one camera and then they stream their game. But running multiple cameras like that really eats up an odd amount of bandwidth on the computer. So we got a computer that was really designed to handle it after the fact, but we were running it off of just a generic couple $100 computer at first, and maxed out the computer every time, tried figuring out, and then we really buckled down to figure out what the problem was, got some better tech from that. Really can't skip out on the technology that you're trying to use for the industry. It's really just worth it to go forward right ahead.
Right, yeah, and I was gonna say, too, Twitch was, had the stigma that what I knew about Twitch before this all happened was it had the stigma of being for gamers to stream their gaming feeds, and then one was their actual feed of the game, and then the other was like the video of their reaction. So then now here Rocky Mountain Pro is trying to do live television production on Twitch. Right. And so I bet you guys learned a lot. I bet Twitch learned a lot. And then what was it like hearing about Twitch wanted to partner with Rocky Mountain Pro as the official wrestling company of Twitch?
Right. So we were kind of shocked to hear that, because none of us, when a lot of us that knew about Twitch knew about Twitch a long time ago, right? Like back in the days of Justin TV, even. And so hearing Twitch was doing non-gaming content after they had for a long time just done specifically gaming content was odd to hear. But the partnering was different because we never streamed, and they're offering it to us before that without knowing what they're really expecting. I mean, they saw our shows, but they didn't know what we were going to be capable of at a live level. And so it was really different hearing that they want to do in IRL content, in real life stuff, and we were some of the first stuff that they had, and everybody that they were trying to gather up, that they pushed away before, they were trying to gather up, and they were like, hey, what can we do? What would people like to see? Oh, you want to see yoga? Okay, I guess we can really be a whole media platform instead of just having gamers. We're going to kind of alienate our gamers a little bit, probably, but we'll still have that content. We're just having other content too. So that was really interesting to find and grow with.
Yeah, right, yeah. So then would you say that kind of helped morph or kind of get that next step into doing the live feed on Right Now TV, them seeing what, Rocky Mountain Pro was doing on Twitch, and actually bringing this to a TV channel that, as over the air and online as well.
Right. Yeah. So we got with Right Now TV right about the time where we started really perfecting everything at what we were trying to accomplish at the base level. I mean, we're still trying to perfect everything that we do, never-ending struggle of growth. But it was not really that much of a difference as far as complexity. We just had to figure out how to stream to two sources, and we didn't really know what to what to ask Google to figure out what we wanted. Figured out what we needed. That was easy. And now we can stream to pretty much anything at the same time. But we have a stream explicitly for Right Now TV and YouTube and all those, and one specifically for Twitch that doesn't have commercials. They get the uncut version, if you will.
Right. If people, let's plug that. So if you're a Twitch subscriber to Rocky Mountain Pro, and you can of course use that. If you're Amazon Prime customer, you can use that. You'll get an unedited, uncommercial stream of Rocky Mountain Pro's shows when we're live on Twitch.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So I would imagine though too with the Right Now TV, one of the things just trying to figure out timing was hitting those commercial breaks, and that was probably more for the commentating team. But I would imagine the direction from the production team, such as you and I think you said Kelly and JT as well, that I bet, getting the timing even between that, you guys and the commentating team, to, hey, we got to go commercial here in a little bit, or we got to come back. I bet that was a little getting used to as well. Was it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And speaking of technology, you just got to get the right stuff, and buying over what you need ends up being better sometimes. We had to figure out, okay, how do you talk to them at the same time into their channel without also capturing your voice? Mm-hmm. And so we have somebody doing the switcher with the commercials and everything on the computer. We have Alex up there on the mic directing, and then you have someone doing the music, and you have all these people. Some of them are mic'd up, some of them aren't, but we can all hear everybody. And if we need to say, hey, we need to cut to commercial, we can do that, and they won't hear it in the mainstream. But also it was hard for them because we do the Twitch uncut version now. We technically don't go to break. So where they had that time before, they don't have that time anymore. You got to entertain all the time now. It puts a little bit more work on the commentators and everybody. You don't get a couple seconds of reprieve. You have 2 hours of go, 2.5 hours of go sometimes.
Right, yeah, for the pre-show, after show, and the regular show.
Yep, the dark matches we do exclusively on Twitch too, so they also get some of the stuff that a lot of other people don't see. Yeah,
right. And then that cascaded, I would say, into Fight TV, and I would assume, if I'm correct, going to Fight TV was pretty easy. They just needed a feed to go live, and that's something new that Fight TV has been doing, is the live stream of their programs on there. So am I correct in thinking that was pretty easy? Just give them feed and they're good to go?
Yeah, absolutely. That was interesting to get as well. It was just another duplicate, so we were able to plug that in, and figuring out once you get the right commercial applications for everything, it's real easy to request the way you want the media sent to them, and they'll give you the gates to the kingdom.
Yeah. So what is it like setting up and teardown to, for example, I know when we're in the quarry, pretty easy, you got already things set up, but when Rocky Mountain Pro is on location, say, this past Friday at the Alamo Draft House, or at Elitch's, or at Romero's and stuff like that, what are the trials and tribulations with that, and what anything you learned doing the on location, away from Rocky Mountain Pro's home?
I've been really holding back laughing. One thing you said at the beginning there is that everything's set up at the quarry all the time. I wish that was the case.
No, it's not.
We tear down everything every time. Our production, pretty much about 80% of it comes with us.
Okay.
We do have two different main rings that we use. We have one ring that stays in the box truck that we take with us on shows, and it has some road production equipment and stuff. But we bought a couple really nice computers that we use for doing everything. So we bring those laptops and everything with us. We have a bunch of Pelican cases and tough cases designed for carrying electronic equipment that is, in some cases, more expensive than the equipment that it's carried in. But
right.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, eventually, I'd like to have road production equipment. We may actually be there here soon, but it's just duplication, and then you got to get backups for your backups and stuff like that, and things wear down and break at a moment's notice, and we may only have one computer up at a show, but we'll have the other one with us, and we try not to be like, oh no, everything's broken. We're like, okay, what do we need to do to fix this? How quick can we get it back up?
So what have been the most interesting or challenging things on doing shows on locations, like I said, at a Romero's or to Alamo Draft House, those kind of places?
Alamo's a dead zone. I have to go outside and walk across into the parking lot to be able to get signal.
Yeah.
So, for a while there, we were using our phones, and I had better internet on my phone for a while than I did at my house. And so I was getting it as a hotspot. That didn't happen. We tried getting Ethernet there, and there's so many things shared on their network that we can't ask for that much bandwidth unlimited to us. So certain locations like that we'll tape everything, and we'll put a little bit more into the production aspect of, hey, we don't have to do it live. We can cut out some of this and give some people a better unedited show, or sometimes we'll leave that stuff in because it's funny and we like to laugh at ourselves.
So anything you learned or that you weren't expecting to learn on doing this Twitch live streaming, live TV thing? That
you can never have too many Ethernet cables. You can never have enough HDMI cables. I mean, besides stuff like that, I mean, we really learned the hard lesson of just buy the right equipment the first time. If you need to, just see what's needed. You don't have to buy something 3 times and work up. Start where you can, but see what you need, and then work from there. It's a lot easier to get started with the proper equipment, because I mean we started with a webcam that wasn't any good. We started with a computer that wasn't any good, with headphones that were obviously crap, and nobody could hear it. It was so blown out. We still have some of that video, but I don't know if it's available anywhere. Is I would want that taken down.
I see. So are you I'm a subscriber to, when it comes to computer networking, video cables, audio cables. Sometimes there are just days that certain cables just don't want to work, but then they'll work next week for some reason. So it's just a little bit of voodoo, technology voodoo. Do you subscribe to that theory as well?
I'm a firm belief of the quarry has a couple layers of ancient Indian burial grounds, and there's probably like enough residual dust from that got in all of our cars that goes with us everywhere we go, because I swear we're cursed with cables breaking. I swear I've used the same cable. I put it in a box. I give it bubble wrap or whatever I do for it, and it will just not work unless I plug it in, unplug it, plug it back in. Do that about 100 times. Put it in the car, drive it around, sing it a song, come back, plug it in, beg for it, cry on the ground, and plug it back in again, and it works.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess I would say that's a yes.
Yep.
So, you, Joel, you are a big technology nut as well as myself. What kind of technology kind of excites you right now, or what do you have your eye on?
I've been watching the VR game for a while now, and I I'm still waiting to see what version 2 of everything. They keep doing something, but they keep doing it different and adding another complexity. I just don't give me version 1, give me version 2 after you iron out all the kinks of everything. But then they keep changing everything and making different leaps in technology. But VR is one of those things I've been really wanting to get into for a while. I think that's the next leap I've wanted to go. But I recently got a smartwatch. I've been pretty happy with that. A TicWatch, one of their new models, and not having to take my phone out of my pocket every 2 seconds is nice.
Yeah, so you can check your notifications and such.
Yeah, because my phone never shuts up. Every 2 seconds is a notification about wrestling or something blowing up or on fire from work.
I see.
Or from the quarry.
Yeah. So you said VR. So have you got a chance to use any of it, and what was that like?
I have. I've used a couple of systems, very very limited amount of time. They were some of the first systems out there, and it kind of gave me that motion sickness that a lot of people were complaining about. I have seen a lot of the new ones, and the problems that I were having, they claim to have fixed. So I look pretty excited about that. But as I said, I would like version 2 to come out, iron out whatever kinks they are not explicitly underlining in red.
Oh, cool. All right, and then also, you had told me that you are a big anime fan. Dragon Ball Z. Did you say Rick and Morty as well? What got you? What interests you there? What got you interested in that?
I've always been a big cartoon nut, and anime holds a nice place in my heart. When I was a kid and a lot of my favorite shows got canceled, I got given a VHS tape of an anime. I want to say it was Princess Mononoke.
Okay.
Was the name of that, and ever since then I've been a big anime fan, and I started watching Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, and I swear I saw Dragon Ball before I saw Dragon Ball Z when I was a kid, and a couple other people in my life I've seen that have agreed with me. I don't know if that's Mandela effect or whatever's going on, but I swear I seen it as a kid, but Wikipedia disagrees with me. Anyways, I've always had such great time watching Dragon Ball Z, and since they were able to come out with shorter versions like Dragon Ball Z Kai, they shortened it down real nice. You're able to see, instead of watching 3 hours of people scream, it's like 3 minutes, so it's more easily watchable. And then even better, Dragon Ball Z Abridged and Team 4-Star and everything that they do. Those are some of the funniest things I've ever watched. That and Hellsing Ultimate Abridged. Some of the stuff that they do is just, I can watch that anytime and just feel happy.
So are you? Well, you said you got a VHS. Now, are you doing what kind of like most of us do, is try to upgrade the format on that, get it to DVD, get it to Blu-ray, get so that you won't have to worry about that wearing out, getting on digital, maybe even that. I'm not sure what is available exactly, but just thought I'd ask.
I probably should find the tubs that contain those VHS tapes somewhere.
Uh-huh.
They're probably all run. But I mean, all those VHS tapes pretty much just whole box worth now. A lot of those things I can watch online fairly easily.
Okay, so they are available.
A lot of them. Some of them I have a hard time finding, but the internet contains many things.
That's right. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Well, Joel, I want to thank you for coming on to RMP Radio this episode. But before I let you go, if people wanted to contact you or look you up on social media or anything like that, what would be the best place? Would it be just talk to you via Rocky Mountain Pro's Facebook and Twitter, or what?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a Discord
Okay.
that we have. I'm horrible and don't have this stuff up. But yeah, you can you can hit us up on our Rocky Mountain Pro Discord, and we'll direct you to our general chat where you can talk to us about any wrestling related content or anything that you guys want to know. Chat with us, say what's up, say boo, you guys suck, I wish you'd jump off the top rope more, whatever you guys want to say to us.
Gotcha. All right, cool. And then, people wanted to check out Rocky Mountain Pro. Tell the listeners all about that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you want to find out any information about our wrestlers or our live events, or maybe get some cool merch, if you go over to rmpwrestling.com, you can find out all that information about things I just said. You can also find out about our training if you go to rmpwrestling.com/train, or click on the train button. You can learn to be a pro wrestler, referee, production. You want to hold a camera, you want to hold a light, you want to pretty much do anything, announcing, you want to be a stagehand, pretty much anything you want to do in wrestling, we can teach you, or we can get you some of the skills that you need to try to make this your career, or if you just want to help out and be part of something that's fun with a good group of people. We'd love to have you.
Cool. Awesome. And they just want to attend the show, they can get tickets via there. To pretty much every Thursday is charged, and then many other events throughout the month.
Absolutely. We have Rocky Mountain Pro charged every Thursday, and many other live events. We have Rack House every month at the end of the month, and multiple other shows that we post. As you said, we go to Romero's and the Alamo and a bunch of other places.
Yeah, cool. All right, once again, Joel, thank you for coming on, and I'll be chatting with you later.
All right, thank you for having me on. Have a wonderful day.
Once again, a big thank you to Joel Gestner for coming on to this episode of RMP Radio and letting all the listeners get to know just a little bit more about him. Well, before we go, let's pay some bills like they used to say back in the day. If you want to get some merchandise of your favorite Rocky Mountain Pro wrestler or superstar, simple as going to the website at rmpwrestling.com, click on the merch link, and you got all kinds of great choices there. May I suggest this time around picking yourself up a Hazard shirt. As for events that are coming up, well, let's just talk about something that just happened. That was Rocky Mountain Pro's 200th episode of Charged, and that was this past Thursday, a milestone event episode of Rocky Mountain Pro Charged, and then going to go ahead and continue on there with Rocky Mountain Pro Charged next Thursday, and that's the 29th of August. And then on Friday, going back to the Rack House in Denver, and back up into Lafayette that following Saturday on the 31st at the Romero's K9 Club. You want to get tickets to any of these events, just head over to rmpwrestling.com and click on the events, and you can find your tickets right there. You want to watch Rocky Mountain Pro if you're not able to attend in person, or if you just want to watch it again, you can watch it at twitch.tv/Rocky Mountain Pro, impactplus.tv. You can go to Rocky Mountain Pro's YouTube channel, go to the Facebook page. It's also there, and then of course you can also catch it on Fight TV. Want to follow us on social media? Everything stems from rmpwrestling.com. And we are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All the handles are the Rocky MTN Pro. And that's the Rocky Mike Tango November Pro. Thank you all for listening to RMP Radio, where pro wrestling is elevated.